Good morning. It's Monday, so it's book talk time. I did not actually complete any books over the last week because I've been very distractible, but I do want to talk about some book-related things. If you watched the news or used social media this weekend, you might have seen the graphic novel Mouse being, talked about quite a lot because a county in Tennessee, McMinn County, removed this as a required reading from an 8th grade list. And so a lot of people were talking this weekend about erasure and censorship. Okay, so I want to touch on that. There are also, I want people to be aware, there are 2 bills coming up in the Tennessee State Legislature which are doing exactly that. They are erasing the existence of people and attempting to censor materials in your school libraries and your schools. I'm going to be putting some links in the description of this video, so if you would like to take action or if you would like to know more about these particular bills, then you can look at that on your own. I want to talk a little bit about why libraries have the books that they have, and also what we do when someone doesn't like what we have. Okay, most of us have collection development policies. Okay, we have written policies that talk about what types of books we put in our system. And one of the things that I personally do in our library is I try to buy things that reflect the experiences of a wide range of people. Okay, because a wide range of people exist. And if you exist, then wouldn't it be nice if you could pick up a book where you get to read about someone like you? Okay, it hasn't always been possible to do that in young adult literature and children's literature, but right now in 2022, there are lots of awesome books out there for people who may be LGBTQ or have people in their families that consider themselves part of this community. And these books exist because these people exist, okay? And attempting to erase these stories and these books, it's not going to erase these people, but it sends the message that that is what somebody would like to have happen, okay? And that is not fair. That is not okay, and we're not going to participate in that. I'm going to continue to buy books that reflect the experiences of wide variety of people, okay? Because that, to me, is what we should do. Also, when we look at books to buy for the library, we like for people to request items, so I try to purchase things that have been requested by our students. A large percentage of books that I buy have been directly requested by students, which to me says that that's what they want because they literally asked for it. And also, we buy materials that are recommended. Okay, when a book comes across my radar and I'm getting ready to buy it, one of the things I look for is reviews. Okay, and in the reviews, it will tell us what age group that this is recommended for. A lot of times these books are on awards lists, which means that a large portion of people consider this to be quality material for children and young adults. Okay? We don't just buy random stuff without knowing what it is or what it's about. Now, we cannot physically read every single book and know every single detail. Also, my brain only holds a finite amount of information, apparently, and it can't remember every single thing that I've ever read. So that's why summaries exist. That's why the book jackets exist if you want to read about what a book is about before you check it out. The materials in our library are not necessarily every single thing that we have. Every single person isn't going to want to read that, but it exists for the people that do want to read it. Okay. If you are a parent concerned about what your child might be reading, I would suggest please talk to your child, discuss with your child what they are reading, and that way you know, okay, and your personal beliefs, discuss those with your child. I do not believe that we should be doing things like we're doing where Tennessee legislature is talking about doing, where we just blanket erase things, okay? No. If a person was to have a problem with something that we have in the library, or they did not feel it was appropriate, our county already has policies to address this. We have nice, strong policies and procedures to address this. If a person did not like something that we had in the library or in another library, there is a form that you fill out, and then there is a committee that would be formed to read the book. It is not okay and will not be allowed for people to just remove things from the shelf. Okay? That's not how this works. People talk about it, and then they come to a consensus as a group after having read the entire book and looked at reviews and things like that. But like I said, we do that before we put a book on the shelf. Okay? We want to provide quality materials, so that's why we do this. Let's see. There's another law. One of the laws has to do with obscenity, obscene materials in public libraries, school libraries. And like I said, from looking at the definition of what the law considers to be obscene, I don't have really any of that. I don't have anything that would be beyond the pale or considered by the contemporary community to be just absolutely ridiculously offensive. Like, absolutely not, but I do have some things that maybe somebody wouldn't want to read, and exercise your right to read them or don't. A lot of people exercise their right to not read books, believe me. But for those people that do like to read and do want to read and would like to read widely, couldn't get it out, we have books for you. Okay, so come on down, check some stuff out. If you've got requests, remember, there's a form. I'll put the link in the description also if you want to request some books. And hope to see you in the library. Check it out, books.